This segment is being brought to you by Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. And by the way, while we're talking about Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, they've asked me to spread the word of the burn ban. The burn ban does go in, it is in effect for all WMAs. It doesn't matter if the county is considered a burn ban or not, if it is put a ban on burning or open flames or whatever. All WMAs are banned from having any type of open flame or campfire on all WMAs right now. Now, we're expecting to rain, but let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, just because it rains, if we don't get a really good soaking rain, it has been dry for so long that you know what water does. Water's going to hit it, and it's just going to run. So let's be ever mindful of what our surroundings is and what when you use fire and when not to. And I would just suggest having a cold camp for a little while till we really get a 2 or 3 day soaker rain. That's what we really need. But this one that's coming in with this cold front, it probably is just going to hit the ground and run, and so it's not going to get a whole lot of things good and damp and wet. In one good 9 or 10 mile an hour wind will dry it out faster than you can think about it. So let's just be mindful of what's going on. But all WMAs are banned from open fires. I also want to mention that TWRA has also released that they are starting in 2017. Your license will look a little different than it has in the past. Next year it's going to come out on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So yeah, so it's going to look like that. They have contracted a company out of Florida to do all this, and but I did want to tell you, check-in stations, this is for a lot of people that don't have internet and all this, the Wi-Fi and all that, and you can't call in or you don't have a cell phone. There is still check-in stations that you can take your deer to and check them in. Now, it is a decrease of about 20 to 25% of those are gone. They're not doing them anymore. But there is still a few out there, and if you need to, those are still viable ways to check in your deer, okay? So just let everybody know those check-in stations are still there, a lot of them. You can use those also, all right? So that's all I had for TWRA. We will be taking your phone calls, and we have the one and only Sick Bobby.
Oh, boy.
Bobby, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? I hate I couldn't make it tonight there, buddy.
I hate it too, Bobby, but I understand, man. I hope you got a Z-Pack shot and you're going to get back out in the woods pretty soon.
I'm ready for this weekend.
I'm telling you. Well, Bobby, that was a good job Parrish did, don't you think?
Yeah, I didn't know how it takes somebody 30 minutes to walk 50 yards. But you know.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, what I told him, I said, if you'd just followed the dog was on the dare 10 minutes before you were.
The lap dog was just sitting down here hollering.
He was jumping up. Did you see him jumping up over the sage grass going, he's here, he's here, he's here. But Parrish didn't pay any attention.
This wouldn't look, would it?
But, hey, Bobby, what are you seeing out there in the woods right now? I know you've been hunting and just been hearing some reports. A lot of people are saying they're seeing more camera pictures at night of the bigger boys, the bigger bucks. The smaller ones they're seeing during the day, chasing some does around. But do you think a lot of people are saying that the bucks are locked on? They're locked on to 1 or 2 does, and right now they're not leaving them.
Well, I think you and I have always discussed about the moon phases and the different times of rut. We even predicted, we was talking about election week, and I think that was the early pre-rut.
Yep.
Starting of it. And I've been hunting this field up here for 2 weeks now, so I've logged in, I guess, 60 hours observing. And what I've been noticing here lately, like the other night at the full moon, I had a bunch of does come out right before dark.
Yeah.
They went out in the center of the field and bedded down, which was leading me to believe, they're, of course, when the moon, it wasn't overhead yet, so they went out there in their safety zone and bedded in the middle of the field, waiting to get up, feed, and start to rut. But I think now you're starting to see mature bucks move. I think what everybody now there've been some nice deer taken, don't get me wrong.
Oh, there has been.
you know, that's in a high populated area where there's probably more bucks than does. But around here, I believe it's starting to pick up right now. We've seen a couple of boats this morning crossing early, you know, right at daylight, which I hadn't seen too many bucks in the morning time. So I'm thinking, you know, this front coming in, which is going to be dynamite. It's going to be a little windy Saturday, but, you know, they're going to bed down pretty tight Friday night with that 25-mile-an-hour wind blowing. So I think this weekend you're going to see a whole lot of deer movement. And I believe the magic day is going to be Monday, believe it or not. But that's when everything's calming down and the woods are going to be quiet. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be, you know.
Did you say Monday, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm thinking Sunday or Monday's going to be.
Bobby, I'm feeling a flu coming on.
Yeah, I've already put in for it, I think.
That's right. I'm going to need one more sick day.
One more. I believe Saturday's going to be a great day, Hughes. You know, you're talking about the front coming in, and when the wind gets up like it does, you know, they're going to bed tight Friday night. So this full moon sort of jacked everything up this year. You know, I wish it had came through a week or two earlier before the cold front. But I think this is what's really going to kick that. It's really going to kick the full run of all your mature bucks now, not just your 2-year-olds. I'm talking about, you know, your
5 and 6-year-olds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're going to start moving now. So
yeah, I believe you're right, Bobby, and I believe, you know, the high for Saturday's predicted 49.
Is it 49?
Yeah, and the low is going to be 24. So I don't know about you, but my dairy area can't take a whole lot of wind blowing on it and being wet.
Out.
It's time to bring those thermals out. So I feel like a deer is going to be about the same way. They're going to have to move a little bit.
But that's what the cold temperature does. You know, people they have a misconception of when they move. You know, they move to feed, and they move when it's cold, and they move during the breeding season. So you got to take those three elements and decide which one you want to hunt. So this weekend, I think you'll have a mixture of all three. You'll have a moving, you have the rut and swing, and you'll have to be hunting right after a front. So those things will come into play. Of course, the moon guide's saying, you know, 6 to 8 Monday morning, so that's even better. We lost a lot of mornings with this full moon because it was up all night. So,
well, Bobby, I got to take another phone call, but I want to say thank you to Bobby Cothran out there in Fairview. Bobby lets us know what's going on all the time, doesn't he, Parrish?
That's the Dr. Deer.
That's Dr. Deer right there, Bobby. We sure do appreciate you, Bobby.
All right, man. I'll shout at you later.
All right, you be careful. And we got Tommy. Tommy, how can we help you tonight?
We're trying to find out where we can get a location for deer distribution, where you can get a deer or have a deer dressed.
Oh, you talking about processed?
Processed.
There's not but one place I'm going to recommend you to, and that's the very best, and that is that's Flowers Deer Processing. They're located off of Ashland City Highway, Highway 12, but it's 4550 Eaton's Creek Road.
Excuse me. I got that number in my phone right now, but is there any way we can get a deer?
Oh, you're talking about get a deer. Yes. There is a Flowers is one of the main distribution centers for Hunters for the Hungry. And you need to call Mike Flowers or Jim Flowers or one of them out there, and you can find out all that information. They can tell you how to go through all that, but there is a way that you can get deer meat because some hunter donated that deer to the Hunters for the Hungry program. So you can do that. Okay?
Okay, so I will do it. Call Mike Flowers.
Mike Flowers. Mike or Jim, any of them out there will help you.
It's off of Ashland City Highway.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You be careful. That'd just be a blessing to somebody. But what was that, Courtney, again? I'm sorry. All right, yeah, let me give you a tip of the week this week. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, this week's tip of the week is being brought to you by Davidson County Farmers Co-op out there off of Dickerson Road. Scott Cooper and them do a great job out there all the time. But go up there and ask them any questions you might have about horses or cows. Or you think Nashville doesn't know? Scott Cooper and them know how to handle your animals and farming needs out there at Davidson County Co-op. All right? Tell them Southern Woods and Water sent you. This week's tip now is real easy. We got a rain coming in. And that rain is going to hopefully wash out a lot of scents. So if you've been going to an area and you've been hunting one stand is staying in there, they've patterned you. I promise you those deer have patterned you. You don't have to do nothing but eat a cracker, and they know somebody's been in there. Now that the rain is going to hit us, all that scent washes away. Also, if you've made a mock scrape like you did on yours, Parrish, if you made a mock scrape, don't do it first thing in the morning, but try doing it during the middle of the day. Make another mock scrape, send it up 12, 1 o'clock, get those nocturnal animals off of their nighttime runs, get them coming during the day. I promise you, you're going to see a lot more deer. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, Marty Rule, he almost did not have a recipe for y'all tonight. He almost got it taken away from him. Hurry back, you'll see why.